Namaste, all you amazing, magical, infinite beings. So I know it has been a minute since my last vlog, and I think this is the first vlog for 2024. So I want to say a heartfelt thank you to the subscribers who are still here, who know that a vlog will show up whenever the energy lines up, and the energy has lined up for something. And it's actually, I went to the Ascended Master Oracle deck just to get a greater sense and a greater clarity of what was the information that was meant to come through me for this particular vlog. So in the cards, we have take charge of the situation, which is Moses. We have find the blessing in your current situation from Krishna. And we also have Osiris, the father, husband, brother, son energy. And I want to start with here because this is masculine energy. We know masculine energy has been running the show for a very, very long time. And as much as we require both masculine energy, because masculine is action energy, the feminine energy is the intuitive energy. The masculine energy has got out of balance, which is why there is all this greed and control and ego energy that is very, very strong and has been really, really strong for a very long time. And what's interesting is that this year, the pregnant people that I know of, they are all having girls this year, which means this influx of feminine divine energy is coming through. The Sophia energy, the Christ consciousness of Sophia, that divine mother energy, is also incredibly strong in this particular year. And the reason this energy is becoming stronger is because cracks that were created 4 years ago, and this is relating to 2024 being an 8 year. Cracks that weren't looked at are now going to become craters. And we all know on a collective level what happened in 2020. We know that there was a lot of lies, a lot of deception, a lot of everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, and nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. And there were forces that were put into action, masculine forces for money, for greed, for control, for persuasion, all of those things that were not really meant to happen. But again, everything happens exactly as it's supposed to. And we know that we have outside galactic forces and outside benevolent extraterrestrial forces that are always assisting the earth realm on what she is going through for her ascension. And this is something to remember, because a lot of the times we think we're here just for our personal ascension, which, yes, we are. Remember, everything is connected though, because everything is energy. And our ascension is actually assisting Mother Gaia's ascension. She can do this on her own. We're actually slowing her process down because of all the stuff that has been happening for eons. So there is going to be outside forces that eventually are going to come through to stop things when they can see that it actually is affecting the greater good and the highest good. So, I mean, we know we're not alone. We know that there are so many more galaxies and out there, universes, planets, and all of those things. So this Osiris energy, this masculine energy that is out of balance, that is out of control, those cracks are going to start becoming craters, which means it's going to be so much more obvious for people to start realizing what they've known inside, in their hearts, what they've known in their tummies, in their solar plexus, in their gut intuition area. Maybe they just haven't been willing to look at it, because everyone gets it when they get it. Everyone hears it when they hear it. Everyone sees it when they see it. So the awakening is happening for everyone on a completely different level. Everyone's on a different level of awareness. Everyone's on a different level of consciousness, which is why also it comes in to take charge of the situation, because you will know what level of awareness and what level of consciousness you are at. And if you have been doing the inner work, you are elevating those levels of awareness and consciousness. So it doesn't mean that you're better than anyone. It means you're doing the work. It means you're chucking out all the garbage, all the belief systems that no longer serve you. You're chucking out the fear because you're actually facing the fear. False evidence appearing real. You're looking at these fears and going, hey, where did you even come from? Number one, do you even belong to me? Because we know we've inherited a lot of belief systems. So whether it's through family, whether it's through society, and those old ways are breaking down. Again, this card, the Osiris card, that old masculine energy that has been holding everything in place, not allowing ascension to happen, not allowing a greater awakening to move forward. They pretty much can't prevent it. However, they have slowed it down. And hence, again, even through the chaos that they were trying to cause 4 years ago, they actually caused a great awakening, which was like, how does it get even better than this? Reminding us that the universe always has our back. Things are always working out for our highest and greatest good. So having that in mind. So taking charge of the situation when you've done the work and you're in those higher levels of awareness and higher levels of consciousness, you create your own reality. And as much as there are other people creating their own reality, and because everything's connected and there are going to be those overlaps in realities, if you can just keep being aware of it. So if something comes into your world and it's because of someone else creating their reality and it has overlapped with yours, take charge of the situation. Don't allow yourself to feel a victim of that or at the effect of it. Name it, see it, acknowledge it, recognize it, and then take your power back, taking charge of the situation with your thoughts, with your emotions, with your words, and recreate or outcreate what you are busy creating within your reality. It's how the golden age is busy being created at the moment, because people who are doing the inner work, people like me, light workers, star seeds, way showers, are holding a certain frequency and holding a certain energy. Yes, we're still going through a life in this 3D realm, and that's that overlapping that comes in. But every time that overlap comes in and we're aware of the darker energy that is trying to snuff out that light, because can you imagine what a world without hope and faith looks like? Very dark. And even the brightest lights are really having their share of things show up in their lives. And again, it's when that stuff shows up, it's like, this isn't even mine. Who does this even belong to? What is this? Naming it, recognizing where that energy is being directed from, recalibrating the energies, shining as bright as you can again by uplifting your emotions, uplifting your thoughts, uplifting your words, and recognizing that. And this is the message to the star seeds, the light workers, the way showers. Please remember to hold that frequency. That is the biggest reason why you are here. So a lot of the times you get lost and you forget and you get pulled into the 3D realm, but please remember you are here to hold a certain frequency. That is your purpose. And while you're busy doing that purpose, yes, you are going through experiences that will elevate your soul's growth and your spiritual evolution. For everyone else who is still awakening and recognizing that you are not just a human being, that you are you are an infinite spiritual, vibrational, energetic being who is having a physical, temporary human experience, not to get caught up in it. Start detaching, and that is how the golden future is being created, from people who are awakening, going, the system no longer works for us. There has to be another way. And that's, again, taking charge of the situation. This is where communities are coming together and be like, well, if the governments aren't looking after us, and if the governments aren't looking after cities, this and that, we're as a community are going to come together, collaborate. What strengths do you have? What gifts do you have? What can you be and do as a contribution for us to come together and actually create something different? And this is always what amazes me. The 1% are aiming to control everything. Does the 99% not realize how much power they truly have when they come together and realize, hang on a sec, if we all stand up and say, no, we're not buying into this separation, these tactics to cause judgment, these tactics to cause, that side's right and this side is wrong, that separation again. When we all stand up and going, we see what you're doing and we're not taking it anymore. We're no longer going to buy the story or buy the lies. We're actually taking our power back. We're taking charge of the situation. And we actually don't really need you and all the corruption and all the greed. We can actually do this by ourselves when like-minded beings come through. And yes, I know in order for it to get to that point where we've gone through, it's like when someone is not allowed candy for a very long time and they get let loose in a candy store, there's chaos. There is overindulging, there is overeating, there is just like this gluttony energy that just comes through. And eventually that stops. So that is kind of what we're going through as well as we get to the golden age. And to find the blessings in your situation, the Krishna card, it really is, again, gratitude changes everything. And this is where you don't go into comparison in terms of what your life looks like to someone else's life. We all have a different trajectory because we all have a different mission. We all have a different passion. We all have a different purpose. And if you're still awakening to what that is, that's okay. There is no rush. And again, this journey is not linear. You're going to go through ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs, but that's where you find the balance. That's where you actually get to dig deep into the inner work to be like, oh my goodness, like, what is this? What am I going through at the moment? What am I flowing through at the moment? And if you can find the blessings in your current situation, no matter how dark it feels, no matter how impossible it feels to get out of, no matter how closed in you feel, because that is just the ego mind reacting to that. Recognize that there's always hope, that there's always space, and that there's always a light. Because even if we have a moment and we lose that, I promise you that outside force, the angels, the archangels, the ascended masters, Galactic Federation, the Octurians, the Lyrians community from Lyra, these are all systems and communities and races, benevolent extra dimensional races that exist outside of the earth realm. But they have so much support and so much love for us that they will hold the light and they will hold the hope and they will hold the faith while we remember our way. So please also don't be so hard on yourself if you are a way shower, starseed, or light worker and you have a moment and you allow this feeling of overwhelm and despondent to come through. Feel it, face it, acknowledge it, recognize it's not yours, number one, so you can return it to sender with consciousness and love and light attached. And then just recognize, like, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? You know, those 3 words, and that question will come up in any self-work that you do, in any healing journey that you undertake. Who am I? When we get past, I am a mother, I'm a sister, I'm a this, I'm a brother, I'm a father, I'm a like all those labels that we give to ourselves, when we get past that, we start actually getting into this no thing energy, which is actually everything. Who am I? Who am I? And to get clear of who you are and who you are not will change everything. So when those cracks are starting to come up with the collective, and they might be showing up in your personal life, look at those cracks, honor those cracks before they become craters, because you can stop that. Just look at them and be like, wow, what choices, what decisions, what actions did I have or take 4 years ago that are now showing up for me to re-look at? Because remember, next year we're going to go into a 9-year, which is the endings year. So it's going to be really interesting to see what shows up in that ending year. But right now, just navigate things moment by moment and have the courage and the bravery to be honest with yourself. Not to be hard on yourself, but just to be honest with yourself. 4 years ago, where was my head at? Where were my emotions at? Where were my thoughts at? And because of what happened in the collective, I mean, we had a lot of outside pressure, we had a lot of outside fear, which was done on purpose. Separation, which was done on purpose to bring up all the judgment, because when you're in judgment, you're not in compassion, you're not in love, you're not in faith, you're not in hope, you're in anything but those higher vibrational energies. So just allow those cracks to be in front of you. Have a look at them. Call upon your angels, call upon your archangels, call upon your ascended masters, call upon your higher self aspect. Clear the space for you to just be present. See what comes up. Because remember, with the noise being so loud in the outside world, if you're not creating that space for you to have that quiet time, you won't be able to recognize your own voice, which will come from your heart coherent energy. You won't be able to recognize the voice of your higher self. You won't be able to recognize the voice of the angels, the archangels, the ascended masters, which is why we keep being reminded, push pause, go into meditation. Yes, in the beginning, the noise is going to be there. Go into meditation, get into those quiet spaces, hear your higher voice, who can see all, who can know all, who sees all, hears all, knows all. And tap into that energy, and you will know if you're tapping into the correct energy, because it will feel light. There will be this overwhelming energy of love, which we're not used to feeling in this particular lower density realm of 3D earth realm. So you know that. But if it feels like you tap into something and it feels heavy and it feels dark, just ask, who is this? who actually is pretending to be my higher self, because as soon as you name something, it has to show itself for what it is. And this is something for when you transition through this earth realm, or from this earth realm, wherever you're transitioning to next. Whoever you see, if it feels like a family member, I want you to please ask them. And that's why it's really great to start questioning everything. Who are you? Are you who you say you are? And if not, reveal your true self. And you can even say this to people who are here in this earth realm. Ask them, show your true self. I know a lot of people don't want to do that because they're afraid of what they may see, but ask whoever you're dealing with, show me your true self. Show me who you actually are. And they will either show you their lightness and who they are, or they will show you their darkness of who they are. Don't have to judge it. Just be like, cool. Thank you for letting me know who you are, where you're at, because I can make different choices and navigate this a whole lot better. So I hope this vlog has helped someone out there who may be flowing through a couple of things. And if so, please put a shout out down in the comments below. If there are any topics you'd like me to copy, try that again. If there are any topics that you would like me to cover, please also let me know down in the comments so that I can sit in meditation. I can refer to the cards, see what's going on, get a sense, and just give you from my perspective and what sort of energy flows through me, because I'm not going to say that I am always going to be right. I just get a sense of what is available and what's possible for everyone. And until the next vlog, sending you a lot of love, lots of magic, and lots of blessings. And just remember, the old energy is busy breaking down, so it looks a little chaotic at the moment. Take charge of the situation. Take your power back and recognize a feminine energy is required. And it doesn't matter who you are. We all have divine masculine and divine feminine within us. And the divine masculine hasn't been running the show. The egoistic masculine has been running the show for a very long time. If it was divine, it would have been very, very different. And find the blessings in your current situation. The more blessings you find, the you name those blessings, the more gratitude you have, the more you can shift your mindset into the positives. That is what you're going to create. That's what you're going to attract. And that is what you're going to receive, because your point of view creates your reality. So again, until the next vlog, lots of love, lots of magic, lots of blessings. And again, thank you for being here and for just holding an energy, holding a presence, and just navigating things moment by moment.